All right. Thank you. Next, Mary or
Hi,
Dr.
Carla.
Okay.
I think Mary's been
Come
waiting. Hi.
yeah, come here, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome, doctor. You
Thank
came
you.
here to give us an information. So, I am international medical graduated. I was
Nice.
graduated in 2020 in Ethiopia, and I was working there as a general practitioner.
Sure.
3-year experience I have.
Mm-hmm.
And now I am planning to take USMLE Step 1 next December. I already got evaluate my document, my credentials
Good.
with the ICF-MEG.
Mm-hmm.
And my plan to apply matching in 2028.
Okay.
But currently I am working as a caregiver, just
Okay.
a personal caregiver. And when I ask people, I got some doctors and I ask them just to give me an information. And what I got from them is I should practice in clinics or hospitals, just clinical.
Mm-hmm.
But here it gives me a time to read
Mm-hmm.
and to save money,
Yeah.
the current work.
Yeah.
And what is my plan is just to try to get a job
Mm-hmm.
in hospitals or clinics after I pass or after I taking the USMLE Step 1.
Yeah.
So I confused just to decide. I can't decide.
What to do next?
I don't want to leave this work because for now it is helpful with the time and with the money too.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I thinking getting a job in the hospital also,
Yeah.
maybe it can help me with my resume or
Yeah.
I got confused and what can give me an advice
Yeah.
on
Mary,
this. Yeah,
where are you living right now?
in Colorado.
Okay, so you're here. And then
Yeah,
when was the last time you worked as a general practitioner in Ethiopia?
2024
Okay.
up to May 2024. I worked
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be good to have some hospital or clinic experience because they don't want to see years without, some type of clinical experience. The problem is, what would that experience be, right? If you wanted to become a tech, you would have to go through some certification process in the States, or a nurse, or it would require time and money. So that's definitely an approach you could take. But I also feel that the admissions committees are reasonable, right? If you say, hey, I was a caregiver for years, or a couple of years, so that I could save up money to apply to medical school in the States, I also think that is a fair thing to do. For myself, I mean, it's different. I'm not an international graduate, but I didn't work in the hospital or the clinic up until medical school. I worked as a tutor. I tutored students. I worked at a school with second graders. So I didn't actually, besides shadowing, I didn't have any clinical experience. So I think if you can justify in the essay portion and the interview portion when you apply that, hey, I was a caregiver so I could study for step 1 so that I could do what I needed to do to get here, I think that's fine. I don't think you have to chase down another degree just to get 6 months of clinical experience. Now, if you can shadow, that would be great. Like if you can get some shadowing experience with a doctor, I think that would be great.
Like a voluntary.
Yeah. If you have a few hours that you can do that during the week,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think it is enough if I do 1 day per week, like a voluntary?
Yeah.
If I can do that.
Yeah, I think, let's see, if you did like an 8 hour a week, yeah, I think if you did like a day a week, that would be a good amount.
Yeah. And what else? Maybe it's different actually from yours. Is the pathways? I think it's different.
Of course.
But if you have some information to share me, how
Do you have
after
any,
step 1?
yeah. Do you have any research experience?
No.
Okay, so that's one thing you could definitely do. If there's a major university close to your home, what I would do is look up some of the professors on their website and see what research projects they're working on. And if they're working on something that's interesting to you, just email them and ask, hey, can I join you? For me, I had to email a lot of professors, maybe 50 professors, and one of them responded, just so that you can build up your resume as well. And then volunteer in whatever you want to do. If you want to volunteer with kids, if you want to volunteer at your church, that's always something good to have on there as well. And yeah, that's what I'd recommend.
Thank you.
Of course, Mary. Good luck.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. All right. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, كلاتكم. Thank you.
Thank you, Tahla. Thank you.
You're welcome, sister. All right. Thank you guys. كلاتكم تاب قبل لهم. نشتي تاب نقرنا 237 لنا 5 شحن أتوا. حتى زلكم سبات حتى تخليهم عينهم مبزحتوا بزعبة تمرتيو. جن قال نيحكم لنا حتى تاتون كم دكتور نيحكم لنا. سلازخانة مس تعبنا ستحازو حتى تاتون قد حتى تخليهم. ناي مجمرتها مع سلازخانة إنه تناتا مور زعبة خنفلت قالينا ديل نمبر. ناي قدين ناي حكم لنا وزخانة مخرتاتن حتاتاتن كرلين ناي مالتي. Alright, Kaligan, yeah, menu they have Kim, Gabel.
أنت زي أي سمعكوا هنا
So أنا بس دعوانا immigration مسؤولين موجود.
Oh, okay. So immigration next Tuesday.
Okay, doctor, back حتى كلا سي كاتسني مع استجبرك حاش. Second semester, is it too early?
So I took my MCAT, let's see. I took my MCAT the beginning of my 3rd year of college. I think it's good to do it sometime there, either between 2nd year and 3rd year, starting that summer and beyond, because by that point you've taken all of the important classes that are going to be covered on the exam. And let's say you take it between 2nd and 3rd year or the beginning of 3rd year and you don't like your score, you still have time to take it again. So that's definitely where I recommend taking it.
It won't affect you after not custom.
Yeah, so what happens is you'll take, let's say you take the first one, you don't like the score. But then let's say you take the second time and it's great. You just send the second score. You just send the score that you like.
سي امكات تي فتنا حالك ناي صبو سكول تسايل لك GPA لك ديو ولا you have to do extra stuff to كما لسي shadowing a doctor سي early كجمر تخل first semester second semester.
Yeah, you can, the shadowing, research, volunteer, it's actually best to do that all throughout the 4 years so that they can tell that you are serious and consistent. The ways that I found my shadowing opportunities is I would join medical organizations on campus. There's lots of pre-medical organizations. Join them, and usually they'll have events where they bring doctors. And I would just talk to the doctor and say, hey, can I come to your clinic? And they were always very sweet and happy to do that. So yeah, that's not a problem at all. You can start doing that whenever.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you. Gabel, not Karenera?
أنا كأول زاربة دلوا شوشني تزاربة عمل اللي خوينا بزجزان برزي كلاسة يكون عندي كاب درجات مرتيس باجي لا يبزح جين ذا زوال أساسي أيطلع أخوان سمع وسبب مكينة غير كخيد نابل خاسي كمزي مرعز مسلك ساير كاغلا ملدي ليش كحسب الله لويز كامرن ده زي ما كسيدة أتخيد مكينة لا تكاغلا تبال تعيد مكينة جزء خان تهيب كاي خاب ممرقة قلت قبرسي
yes
كوميونيتي دي أخذ حساب الله لو ما فتحت خوينا تاب قبر أنا بزح يكون كستمرت سامعني
Yeah, it is something we need to think about.
انت لا تكسمع هذا
أبيك سمعان رحمي قلقا متقوى ساعتني بلا
حسابه اللي خاطب بغير كانت كان هذا زبلك أنا يتمرتي فتني زبلك قد من الزراعة خاطب بغير كحسب كانت anyway yeah no تا قبل تازل على كانت بتعمل قداسة في I think عليك discussing قبل لنا بحافشة تعم جيجا زقوني جبر نقراتهم زراعة in fact
يا بزح ترينو قتبل إيش الماكينة قبل غيرهم الناس ردون كلهم
yes هذا حواب تحت الصوت نتبل عيلو نيرو مخنيات انتاي بالنيرو سي من البات زي سنزوم تسلمتي كم بقى بسيستم يتقعنا كله خوليو مخنيات حادثه هاي سكول قدم سي كعسير غيرنا قال لي خاصه يتقبر مر جراجويشن ناي هاي سكول انتاي غيرك حج من البات كم زي لما مدسكل عينت سيستم يتقوم له يهلو يلو تحت تصحيفوا نيرو
يا والله تنقل عسكم زودو سمرتي مسلم تريها يكون مبزحتي حبشاكم زحج زلو ولدو كاب هاي سكول سي ولا حدا سايود اب تمرتي غلظ بهال يتركبنا سعد يلك حميتي عسرا دن بلو
تفكر يا تسمي دغه حنسا كم زبل كاي متي عاد عابيم كلهم
هاي سكول تاعهم ناي دكتور غزيو نردا الله سوري أحوات يا أخي نزار باللاينا مالتي أنا زحت مسؤولني أوريدنا تحتي جن زحت استزيلو كلا يحطي فكرة تقوينه مالتي فاد تقوينه
هو يا تحتي تغلا فكر يس
أوكي يا بتقريني كحتى هجي دكتور تقريني سمعي نحن إنجليش تايكون نزارف alright سمعني ده تقريني مش
Yes, of course.
يا تبغى يا انتهينا أنا حميكم مسؤولكي أب نحنتي نفسه صار كتحرس مسكدتنا بهوسبيتال سي كالتيفهم نفسين سيكشن يخطبوا يمزبلوا حاجة توم دكتور مورغان زب كفولو سلز دليهم نفسين سيكشن زبوي واب نورمال تحرس دخلت كلها زبل حميتها لنا مالتنا زي بقى ما يتقبليه حدا كلايكا أبز فاكسينيشن مالتي أبناي فاكسينيشن سي حاجة انتهى له بوزة زربا delay speech زقاتما مالو ناي اوتيزم زقاتما مالو ناي كال تنقولوا ناي اكلاوت انه يقاتما مالو حجي بتذكر فاكسين انا ابزي فقدن كتزاربوا دامبر حجي كم حبشا كومنيتي تايبلنا vaccine you delay speech gobrом zolo vaccine you autism zhamom zolo vaccine بلالنا I just advise كتبنا نايزيها مالتي خلطوا حتى حيتك الله thank you
Of course. And then Tekla, do you want to just translate whatever I say? Does that sound good? Or
yes.
Okay, perfect. So for the C-section part, so OBGYNs are actually paid in a lump sum, like they only get one payment.
So بتاعنا C-section كجمر إلى تكلم عن حجتهم OBGYNs بهارتهم أولتي ويتهم بغات تامس تحارسوا تسرحوا نساتهم حدا خفلتي زلوهم تبلنا لحاجة سوخت نسر الكائن خفلت نتاع مخانا.
So the insurance gives them one payment. So whether you end up getting a vaginal delivery or a C-section does not affect the payment that they actually get from the insurance company.
لازم تحطوا مس جنزب تححز نجار يبلان مخنياتو نساتهم زخفلوا مس insurance خفلوا من كل نوعهم حدا عين كفلتي زلوهم already بتسرحهم يوم زخفلوا بمهات أنت وليدي ولا بسكشنز لستولده بسكشنز لستولده زو سخلهم جنزب يلا بمهات أنت لستولده خازو وحدهم جنزب دموزهم يلا so the techniques دموزهم يوم زوجتهم على تبحثير.
Exactly. I mean, the reason that people will go for C-section is because the baby's not doing well or mom's not doing well. That's really the two reasons you would go in for a C-section.
Now, C-section زخارو لبوزح جزء تي ناي مولع شجر اندحر هاللي ويتقال عند حراب حدا خوينه ويتعدى أو حدا عند حرز أتو خوينه تي بنايت فترة مولد بزي عم خنيات راح يمنا في C-section زي ما راح بوزح جزء.
And then for vaccination, there was a research study done, I think it was in the 90s that started this idea that vaccinations cause autism.
كاليتي حتى بزعبا زناي كتابة مس أوتيزم ستحازة حدا مصنعت نيرو أب تسعات استجابة مصنعت مز ستحازة.
Since then, that study has been I don't know how to translate it, but debunked. It's been false. Like it's been shown that the research was not done very well and that the results were not true.
بدحري again اتمصنعتي نسو دحر غزي تقبالነት እንዳሰአነ ይخيዱ بحسر زبله حق زي كونه مصنعت مخانو እንዳተረጋገጸ ይخيዱ دحر غزي بخالوت تحاش مصنعتات ابز ግበረሉ غزي ማለት بحفش خصاب زحج ዘሎ غزي.
Autism is really tough in that we don't really know what causes it. You know, is it genetics? Is it what's in the air? Is it what's in our food? We don't really know quite yet.
بزعبا اوتيزم انتاي كم زمصو ወይ بمنتاي كم زبገስ انتاي ጠንቂ ብዙሕ ምክንያታት ኩሉ خل يحساب حج ግን እዚ ተባሂሉ ዝተፈልጠ ነገር የለን.
No, okay, yeah, زي أخو ده مال قال تبو زربا جميرهم سي ولا even كاود ده تحس كمالتي. First year, second year, تبو ناي speak كزارو بتصنع لك vaccine ناي 3 عامات بولو ولا ناي 4 عامات مسوسودوس دلي يكون ولا حدا عاركين تايلوني كاب إثيوبيا تبو أمهرني عند كزاربي أفوسي تبو كزارب جميرو مالتي. هجي vaccine جن ناي 3 يوم قال حنساب مسحبوه أي وسدني لهم. بقى أتي لسانوس كخفت هيك علن. صبوا إزارب نيروس vaccine مسوسدس كعدس أجميرو. هجيس إفكت على ولا 3 بحنساب توسد تقولعس صبوا كم زي كوني ومزجلات زلوا. هجيس تغلى لا إفكت يبلون ولا delay speak مالتي. autism تراي زي كونه ولا delay speak مالتي. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, there's no evidence or research that supports that it, you know, delays speech or any other delays, developmental delays.
Yes, لازم تاي ولا حدا سراغاغص ነገር የለን በመስናዕት سراغاغص ነገር የለን ናይ ምዝራብ ምድንጓይ ወይ ከዓ ናይ ቋንቋ ሕጽረት ከም ዘስዕበሎም ንቆልዑ በመረዳእታ በመስናዕት سراغاغص ነገር የለን ያትብ ዘላ ስለዚህ ከም ዶክተር መጠን ከዓ كابريتو تقطيبا خم تزارو كنفلت علينا نساب بمصنعتي راح يختبنا تقلت ملس مالتي.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, نيلنا كبرت دكتور. Thank you تغلينو. Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you, brother. Yes, thank you. All right. Agazi, the king. Oh, okay, go ahead. Live life.
وانتك حتى كيلا سني كم زي أودد حتى تانديو جن سلستيو بحنساب نخوستو to recommend سي كما يمسلكي ما سكت أقول يخلون اليوم every 2 weeks 3 weeks كستأني حاس vaccine كتوم تخلنتهم قولوا تحايش مش كابسلستي بحنسب at the same time سي fever قبر له مخل قلي سكال side effect خاص ولا مخل له.
So let's see. So what we see is that the biggest side effects that the kids will experience from these injections is mainly like pain, redness of the skin, or swelling. Through the research that we've done, we don't see that there's any harm in having 3 injections done at the same time. But let's say as a parent, you say, hey, maybe instead of doing them all at one time, we'll do one today. We'll come back in 2 weeks, do another one, come back in 2 weeks, another one. That is, of course, you're right. What I will say is both as a parent and a doctor, I wanted my kid to get all the vaccines as soon as possible because what we've noticed is because people are delaying and maybe not even vaccinating their kids as much, we're seeing a lot of diseases that we eradicated decades ago coming back, which is very scary. So I guess to end in a short sentence, like there is no harm in doing them all together, but if you want to delay them by a week or 2 weeks, I don't think that's too terrible of a decision.
Yeah, this حتى حتى تتهم سماهم تبغى حتى كم مقباري كأني كم ولدي كمادة دكتور كم تسوى معكم نعمت كابسلس يبحث عن موساد حدا لو معاتن حروسيدو حدا حرسومون حدا قاعد حرق تسومون كومو ناي مقبار مسولكم حلو كومو سكزبور كومو شجر يابولو كومو كبرو تخوليهم كوينو جن بحساب سلزوسو دوون بجكات الشعو زي سمعهم سمعتات ناي كانزا ناي رسني نجزيو سمعهم سمعتات ناي كتابت كاوزا حالة في حمام زي قدقات يابولون سوزوم سو حمام يابولون سلازي ولا حدا مراقاتي كومي يلن سزفرح حمام نخيم سزفرح نجار يقولون نتي نجزي زقنزو أنزاتات نم بالجن كوم مقبار يكاليو إتحدى ناتو الشجر جن انتايو من أربعة كوم يرنا حدا أبزغت لكم قبرينا نحرس يعنايو ويبو بلي وندحر قديفنايو أبز حدي ساعات بزحات حمامات نرأي لنا كان من ويح عامتات طفيهم تنورو كاب جس مدرويد ما خاب سبات بحافش عن سبتيت كعز نورو حمامات نداتو ملسو بزحات سبات كنت كعون نرأي لنا أزغا بزح بالسفر عليه مخنيات اتخطابت بقبو يوصلوا سلازي اللي اوكي كان ثانك يو جايز تاب لاغوركم جيفت ندا سرركم جيفت سرر جايز تاب فلو قبل ولا علو كله فلو بولوا 237 زلو فلو زي ولكم ما نحركم نحفتنا دكتور فلو بولوا بفلاك دالاس كباب تنورو نحركم السات سرحلو فاميلي ميديسن ابدالاسيو ناتا تገልጋለ ክትኮኑ ትኽእሉ ኢኹም ናይ ናትኩም ወይ ናይ ደቅኹም ፋሚሊ ዶክተር ክትከውን ትኽእል እያ ማለት እዩ ኣብ ዳላስ እንድሕር ትነብሩ ኮይንኩም ብሓፈሻ ኣብ መላእ ኣሜሪካ ትነብሩ ከዓ ደቅኹም ወይ ንባዕልኹም እንድሕር ናብ ሜዲካል ስኩል ናይ ምኻድ ድሌት እንድሕር ሃልይኩም ወይ ዓላማ እንድሕር ኣለኩም ጋይድ ክትገብረኩም ትኽእል እያ ዘለኩም ሕቶታት ክትመልሰልኩም ትኽእል እያ ኣብዚ እውን ወይ ከዓ ብውሽጢ እውን ፈሎው ኢልኩም ክትፅሕፉላ ትኽእሉ ኢኹም ኢሜል ክትገብሩላ ትኽእሉ ኢኹም እዚ ኩሉ ካብ ሓፍትና ክትረኽብዎ ትኽእሉ ኢኹም ማለት እዩ اوكي اغازيت وي ذا كينج جو هيد ابو حلال اوكي سحيبه كان يركو كونكشن كيكون مر يعني عندي اغازيت وي ذا كينج حدهم جو هيد
I can go ahead. Good evening, doctor and Dr. I'm sorry. I'm
That's good. Let her.
Yeah.
I just wanted to it's not really a question, but I was just wondering, now علي حداش مامي, I'm a new mom. So during my pregnancy and even when it was time to deliver, doctors, they were pushing for C-section because they said she was too big. But she was actually not considered Miss Nate Denover Mizan, even the way my body is. She was not big. She was actually she was just 8 pounds.
Oh, okay.
8 pounds is not considered big. So I was advocating for myself. I was like, I'm not gonna have a C-section, more so because I did not want to struggle with postpartum, and the healing seems to be a little bit regular birth. So I ended up advocate and obviously I'm and it was a natural birth. But I still don't understand why was the rush to like kulum to doctors to me. They were saying that I have to have a C-section.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that unless I get to a point where like at that time where I've tried my best to push and I couldn't give anything anymore, then I'll be signing to give C-section. I don't want to do a C-section.
Yeah.
It got me thinking where they don't get any payment to
Yeah.
but is that really نبحكي? Because it seems like in the Western they go for C-section instead of natural birth. I don't think back home بس I don't think it's بتعمي كامل أي مثلا C-section.
Yeah.
Why is it ببزحي أبدأ C-section زغويو instead of natural birth? I mean, yeah. And obviously can't respond for everyone, but from your experience and understanding.
Yes, that's a great question. So basically, whenever we think that babies are going to be 4 kilos or greater, we start getting a little nervous about, can that baby come through the vaginal canal okay? And the reason that we get worried is because, one, we don't want the babies to get stuck. And two, it can cause something called a shoulder dystocia, where basically the shoulder gets stuck and now it's like a surgical emergency, and it can cause like nerve damage to the babies. Now, actually, should I stop there? Do you want to translate to any of the people, or should I just keep going?
Okay, let me explain that. So, guys, إذا حتى حتى قناع أنتوا خمسة سماعكم ونغسل تاني رأس تعتب لنا زلا أتي قدامي مخنيات حدا قلعة لعلي 4 كيلو ندحر كوينو ميزانو أب ساعات إذا دكاتر نشتي كونسرن يقولون كنت أنقاقي جمهورو مالتي مخنياتو لعلي 4 كيلو ندحر كوينو بمهتسن كواتس يخيل ديو ستراي زي كونه خا ولا رؤوس كواتس يخيل يجن أب منكو زتحازور لجزيرلو هذا الجزيرة خا أب منكو كنت حتى قرقيرو أو كله تقلعنا بمتبحتي كخيادي كأدي مالتي.
Now, the tricky part is that when the baby is in your womb, we are estimating how heavy the baby is based off of what we're seeing on ultrasound and based off of what we're feeling on your belly.
ስለዚህ ዝሁሉ ተቆልዓ ዝምዘን ዘሎ ከዓ ብኣልትራሳውንድ ዝግበር መርመራ እዩ ወይ ከዓ እቲ ናይ ከብዳ ዕብየት ግዝፊ እዚ ኩሉ እዩ እቲ ናይቲ ቆልዓ ኩነታት ዝረኣይ ዘሎ ዝምዘን ዘሎ ማለት እዩ
And it's called estimated fetal weight because it's an estimate. So sometimes we think the baby is going to be huge, and then they come out and like you said, they're only 8 pounds.
እዚ ማለት ግምታዊ ርግፀኛታት ኣይኮና እንት ቆልዓ ከምታ ዝበሃላ ዘሎ ኪሎ ክኸውን ምክንያቱ በይኑ ይኮነን ዝምዘን ዘሎ ንሳቶም በቲ ኣልትራሳውንድ ተበጊሶም ከም ዘለቶ ብከብዲኦም ዝመዝኑ ዘለዎ እምበር በይኑ ሓፋቢሉ ዝምዘን ስለዘየለ ናቱ ትክክለኛ ዝኾነ ክብደት ኣይፍለጥን እዩ
So I'm thinking maybe in your case, they thought the baby was going to be a lot bigger, and then he or she was small, and thankfully you had a safe vaginal delivery. So I'm thinking that's probably why they were a little nervous.
لازم ምናልባት ምስናት ኩነታት ስብላና ጋዜት ከም ነይሩ ክኸውን ይኽእል እዩ ንሳቶም ሓሲቦም ዝነበሩ ዓብ ዝኾነ ቆልዓ ገጅፍ ዝኾነ ቆልዓ ነይሩ ክኸውን ይኽእል እዩ ግን ከዓ ንእሽተይ ኮይኑ እንደገና ብጽቡቕ ከዓ ብተፈጥሮ ወሊዳ ማለት እዩ
And I do think as well, one of the differences between maybe medicine here and medicine back home in Eritrea is that in the United States, people sue.
حتى كردانا زلوا ناي حكمنا في اللي أب أمريكا زلون أب عبد زلون أب إيرترا زلون أب أمريكا سبات يخصيو.
And so I think sometimes doctors in fear, like they're so afraid of potential complications that sometimes they maybe go to the C-section faster because they're afraid, what if we wait and then the baby is big and the baby doesn't come out and then this is a lawsuit. I think sometimes that plays a role in some doctors' heads.
لازم ምናልባት ሓደ ክንርድኦም ክነስተውዕሎን ዘለና ብዛዕዲ ዶክተር ነዚ መኽሳስ ይፈርሕዎ ይኾን እዮም ምክንያቱ ካብ መጀመርታ ክሪኦም ከለዉ ብሲ-ሴክሽን እንድሕር ኣውፅኦሞ ቀሊል ክኸውን ይኽእል እዩ ካብ ፀኒሖም ቆልዓ እንድሕር ተቐርቂሩ ምውላድ እንድሕር ተሸጊሩ ናብ ካልእ ናይ ሕክምና ክስታያት እንድሕር ከይዶም ካልእ ሽግራት እንድሕር ኣጋጢሙ ኣብ መወዳእታቶም ዶክተር ክኽሰስ እዮም መዓት ገንዘብ ክፈሉ ክበሃል እዮም እዚ ኩሉ ግዜ ናይ ዶክተር ፍርሓ ክኸውን ይኽእል እዩ
Okay, thank you so much. I think they are the most reasonable reason that can be because my thing was, Anna, I was going based off my weight and I don't know the medical name, I don't remember, but the water, the sugar water the baby is up to hadolo.
Yeah, the amniotic fluid.
Yes, that weighs a lot on the top of my weight and her. So I was going based off the estimated weight they were telling me and how much I've gained until my due date. And I was like, I actually did not gain that much. So I was like, I can do my own math. Yes, I am not a doctor. I don't have the certification, but I'm able to do my own math. And I was able to
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it was all Nate, but I feel like sometimes he had and one most reason the have kidney maybe they you might be right. When it was time to, I was induced.
Okay.
So when it was time to give me the epidural galamela, they said, you're going to sign up some papers. I'm like, what more do you guys want? And they were like, can I فرمكينا وقال عخس بعد خديها تقبل. And I was like, excuse me? Why am I here then? If I could do it all, I could do it all.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I never had to get I would know fun fact عبايك أتحرس نراسة ميراس. I was like, I miss
There
my
you go.
chances.
There you go.
I'm like, is this a joke? Are you guys trying to like make my day or something? They were like, no, actually, قالي أمسي بعلم كقبلوا ويمجدلوا. And I'm like, أنا مسلم كحارس يدلي. I'm not into that. So
I've never heard that. Oh my goodness. I mean, I've seen people like cut the umbilical cord, but like that's it.
Yeah, no, mind you, this is my first experience and everything. So I was like, entire I know to like, is this a joke? Are you guys filming some kind of show? But thank you for that. Maybe that they ended up asking a bunch of, which I think زيدلي ሕቶታት. Thank you. And then another thing is أنتوا تزاربوا نبركم about autism. From my experience and observation, again, I feel like أبدأ يبزح, and that comes as well كما قلت home part of the lifestyle that we have أبدأ. But recently the سمعكوا نجر comes the exotic milk ناي جمل was I think that I heard is good to consume نقلعو مقبل كجمرون كلو كم كتبهم. And then even though I'm so sorry background in Habab Shokum. I am so sorry y'all.
That's fine.
Is the Amish. I heard that they don't vaccinate their kids, and they consume a lot of nai gamal taba, and which contributes a lot to like autism نكاي حمو ما أعرف كندي حق إنه تعلوه.
Yeah.
I want to hear that Natsuki point of view.
Yeah. So one thing I always wonder about when we talk about how much autism is in the Western world versus the Amish community versus back home is like, how good are we screening for autism in these other areas, right? So like in the US, we start screening for autism at 18 months old. And so you'll see, I don't know how old your kid is, but once you get to the doctor, they'll start asking you all these questions about your child. This is just out of my ignorance. I don't know what kind of screening we do back home in Eritrea or within the Amish community or these smaller communities. Because the earlier you screen for something, the faster you're going to find it, right? So I do wonder if how much does that play a role into like how much autism we're seeing in different pockets. Regarding like camel's milk, I've heard that too, just from friends and friends of friends. Again, I think what's tough is as physicians, we can only give advice based off of really big studies that we've done, right? Where we've tested hundreds of thousands of people for a certain medication or certain treatment. A lot of these like kind of at home treatments and preventative measures, they just haven't been tested enough. So I can't like formally give an opinion on whether it's good or bad. But what I can say is camel's milk or goat milk or whatever it is seems pretty harmless. Like if you want to try it, why not? You know, as long as it's pasteurized and it's cleaned in the right way so we don't infect our babies, like sure, try it, you know, see what happens. But unfortunately, because we don't have a big study on it, I can't really say whether it's helpful or not helpful. I don't know if that made sense.
Okay. زحتت التحتو انتي نيرو حاجة مرمرانا اوتيزم سي اب عبدي اب إرترا ويكا نايزوم آميش ويا كالي بوتاتات معرته اب أمريكا زقبر مرمراتات نقبر دو سلازي اب حد بوتا يبزح يوحد كنبل نحر كوينا معرضنا نقبر زلنا تمرمرانا خنواتات دو سلازي ناتو قدلتاتون كهلو يخليو كاوس تبكتون كخليو خلي اب أمريكا حد غلعا كنا دكتور مخاد مسجمرة نايزي ملكتات محتات يوم تجمرو عدلاين نحر كوين مرمرا يقبرلو ناي كله اب أمريكا زولر قلعس هلوهم داتا يفولتيو مني اوتيزم زلو مني زي بلو دخلو حمامات ما سلازي قليلي تزارب جن مستقال بوتات توادر روجن معروي زخلنا يحكمنا ليفل كهولو لوفت خالق بوتات اتخلى ناي جمل ميلك زبالته جن كومي بزح مسنعتي أكيد ما يلنا ويكاس فلتو مسنعتي لأن إذن كبل جن سباي بزح جد بكنا إن إنسان سبا سلزخوني بدأت كله إليه حسبن راح توريك خونا له تعنو زحلو خونا له كان ناي حكمنا شجر كيم تعلم نتوم كل عمر ناي إنسان سباي شجر له شجر كله إليه أيامن.
Speaking of kids, I do have to go put my son to sleep. But thank you guys so much for having me. And if there's any questions you guys have, again, just email me, message me on TikTok. Happy to respond.
Yes, it's about time to lessons. But I want to نزار بنا نايد كاس كل عنا يكون يكون عبد كاس لز آخر لخدك صار خيدي ساعات نجلن جرنا already. لذي مثلا زي مسيد دكتور حفتنا أو في الخالي جزء تعرف حتى خالي جزء من لسنا عندهم معاكدين بتعمي نمسكناكي أزينا نمسكناكي بيتنا 4 7 زلهم فلو زي والكمان دكتور فلو بلوا أب دالاس تكساسيات نبر نتا أي فاميلي دكتوريا أب نتا تكون بحد لهم كم فلو بلوا مرجعات كبرات خليهم بحاجة شغلاتكم كا سخنا حتى نحر عليكم حتى خليهم thank you بلوا جيت سلولا فلو بلوا we appreciate thank you so much
and have a wonderful night. Great. You too. Bye guys.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. All right.